Episode 174. Today we recap the Tigers series and preview the upcoming homestand against the Texas Rangers. You're listening to the Bucco Banter podcast, brought to you by the Just Baseball Media Network. Cue the music.
Rockin' 101, she compliment my taste. Whiskey in my lemonade, cause I like the way it tastes. Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates. Order steak by the plates, and in case after case, run my race at my pace, clear the grass of the snakes.
Welcome back to another episode of Bucco Banter. And if I don't sound super enthused, it's late on a Thursday night. They are currently in a delay in the top of the ninth inning. Tarp went on the field, and we're going to be back at the field this stadium. We're going to be back at the field this weekend. So I'm excited to get back, but I'm ready for this series to be over. That's for sure.
Yeah, just end it.
Yeah.
I hate ties, but just call it a tie. That's a win. A tie is a win right now. It's been brutal, man. They've just been mollywopped the past two games. And I know we're recording in the ninth inning of this game because looking into the Magic 8 Ball, doesn't look like this is going to start anytime soon. And going into extras on the road against one of the best team in the AL.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. You got a 4-0 lead on a skiing start. Things are finally looking up. He has the run support. Wasn't the best. Yeah. Gave up. Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Brutal. I mean, it wasn't the best skiing start. He had the Ks, but a career high in walks. And he was getting squeezed. It just doesn't seem like this team could put it together even when things are going right. 3 home runs, all in the second and the third. Kind of par for the course, right? Like they score early when they do, and then they do nothing for the rest of the game. And I want to talk about uncompetitive at-bats real quick, because I think that's the theme of the past two series against one of the NL's best teams in the Cubs and now one of the AL's best teams in Detroit. You're coming up often with runners in scoring position, whether it be bases loaded, guy on second, guy on third, and just not challenging whether it's a starting pitcher or a bullpen, like a reliever. It doesn't matter. Example, Ke'Bryan Hayes today.
And Joey Bart too, man.
And Joey Bart. But Hayes, first inning, game one against Scooble, doesn't look good. First inning. It looks like they're getting out on him. Kutch has had a great series. He's hitting the ball hard. Hard hit single, couple walks. You got bases loaded, 1 out. Just walk 2 guys, and you strike out on 3 pitches. And it wasn't even particularly close. At what point do we look at a guy like Ke'Bryan Hayes, and I know it's glove first, but does that really matter anymore in Major League Baseball? Like, you can collect all the WAR you want on the left side of the infield. If you're good, that's easy. But he's hitting 223 with 2 home runs.
And what, like a 5-something OPS? Like
553 OPS.
I feel like third base especially has like a high offensive bar. And I hate looking at the offensive bar per position, but like you're expected to slug a little bit playing the hot corner, and he doesn't slug at all. And I don't know, man. I don't think you can get away with just being a glove first guy there. Like at least Matt Chapman puts the ball in the seats. Like he's not going to hit 300, but it's frustrating to watch. It's almost like he's a bench guy.
You have multiple guys in this lineup that don't have 3 or more home runs. You have Ke'Bryan Hayes, who has 2. 1 was in the opening series, and 1 was very recently. Tommy Pham has 0 home runs. 0.
You got close today.
I think he has 15 straight at-bats without a hit right now.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was a sac fly for a run earlier today. It's to the point where we're looking at lineups, especially in this Tigers series, and we're back to day one of like, what the hell is this? Even with the roster construction and the guys that they have, you're looking at it, and it definitely could be better. But at the same time, it's so unserious.
I want to say what a roller coaster, but has it ever been good this year? I don't really think it has, but I don't know, man. I'm really jealous of the Tigers, the way they've built that team, just the culture there. AJ Hinch is a great manager. They seem to be having fun. I'm going to say something that's maybe unpopular, maybe not. I'm ready to blow it up now. I'm ready to blow it up. And I don't mean Skeens, but I'm ready to see some new faces in this lineup. I'd rather watch a team like the Marlins where we're getting guys. I know that's a hot take, but if I'm a fan of an organization, I know this team is going nowhere. So let's see some young guys get opportunities, take some chances on some guys off the waiver wire, which they've already done. But like I'm with the current roster, I'm ready for a change for sure.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's not too early. The biggest move has already happened. We mentioned it already.
It's not too early. Dennis Santana was swinging at a fan today out from the bullpen before he went in. Don't let him lose stuff. Please.
They put him in the game, didn't they?
Yeah. He was in when they put the tarp on. So
1/3 of an inning, yeah.
Hey, is it me or does I'm watching? We were at Comerica last summer. Is the outfield in Comerica massive?
Dude, it's so big.
Okay, I was gonna say
crazy. It's one of the biggest parks in all of baseball. There's so much grass out there.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And you said that I didn't see it. Billy Cook misjudged a dive in the first game, which I didn't see, but I saw him go back on one later in the game. I was like, wow, he's covering a lot of ground, and that outfield looks absolutely massive. And I remember thinking that when we were there last year too.
Yeah, the dive, man. Listen, I'm all for going all out in the outfield. I get it. Outfielders are remembered for two things. It's making an incredible play and an error. Like
don't even try to say anything again. If I could take videos of you playing softball, dude, you go all out on every single ball, no matter what the score is. You're all for the dive.
Do I catch them?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Sometimes you make throws you don't need to make, but that's okay. You go for it. I love the aggressive.
I go for it.
Yeah,
the throws, they make it there. They're not crazy. They make it there. No. Is my arm hanging by a thread? Yes. It's terrible. It's all torn. Here's my point. The Billy Cook play in the Tiger series. I get wanting to be aggressive in that situation, but you already had a bad route to the baseball.
Yeah.
And that's a hard ball to judge as an outfielder.
In front of you at that point.
Yeah, at that point, he decided to dive, and it looked like halfway through the dive, he pulled up because he knew he was going to be short. And like you just mentioned, there's a lot of grass out there. If a ball gets by you, it's bad news bears. Yeah. And they were down. You cannot go down 4-0 in a Scooble start in the first 2 innings. The game was over. Right? And it wasn't even his best start. People are like, oh, he only went, 5 2/3 and gave up 6 hits and 2. Like, they're like acting like it was a bad start. He went out there and dealt. Like we're putting the bar too high for some of these guys. Like he went out there and gave a major league start. And the Pirates did what the Pirates do, man. They just don't compete throughout an entire game.
Yeah. Today was not a fun day to watch Pirates baseball, but hopefully that changes this weekend because, I'm excited to be back at the ballpark. They did play against 2 of the better teams in each league on the road. Not easy to play at Wrigley. Not easy to go into Comerica when they're leading the AL and play against some of the best pitchers in baseball. Now, Casey Mize is doing really well this year. I know this second game was a bullpen game, but they also went up against Cade Horton, who's a good, solid rookie. I thought they could have done more against the Cubs pitching staff, but that's been the story of this offense all season.
Before we move forward and talk more Pirates baseball, because I know all of our listeners are tuning in just to hear all about Pirates baseball, you should do this. Pause this episode right now. Go to tseshop.com for all your Pittsburgh sports memorabilia needs. Pirates, Penguins, Steelers, they have it. Signed bats, gloves, helmets, photos, mini helmets, go over to the Steelers, get a jersey, whatever you want. Total Sports Enterprises has you covered. tseshop.com. Click on the link in the description below to let them know Bucco Banter sent you. Scott, should we just talk about the games?
Yeah, let's get into some headlines first. I think you have some up before we get into the games, but
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Why don't we do headlines? All right. Brett Sullivan DFA'd. The Pirates signed free agent right-handed pitcher Jack Noble to a minor league contract. Activated catcher Joey Bart from the 7-day injured list. You've seen him in this series. Brett Sullivan, who was up to replace Bart, was outrighted to Indianapolis. They recalled Billy Cook, who made his 2025 debut during the Tiger series. Brian Reynolds just had his third kid, so he is placed on the paternity list. And then Jack Sowinski was recalled from Indianapolis. He was a 27th man in the Tigers double header. Don't know how long that's going to last. I'm assuming Reynolds will be back sooner rather than later. It's the third.
Cook may come back to Pittsburgh.
Sure.
But I would expect Sowinski to go back to Indianapolis after today.
Yeah, but both we are very familiar with like people having kids around us. Like after the first one, like, do we really start celebrating that?
Yeah, come on now, grow up.
Grow up. You had a kid. Get back to work. Get back to work.
Brian Reynolds has to put food on the table, all right? So he'll be back in Pittsburgh before too long. So
absolutely. All right, Scott, why don't you get us kicked off with Tuesday's game versus the Tigers?
Yeah, Tuesday we had a 7-3 loss in Detroit to kick us off. Bailey Falter went 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned, 1 walk, 4 Ks. The Rays at 349. He generated 8 whiffs. Majinski got the loss though. He came in 2 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks, 2 homers. I think that's probably because he didn't start, if I had to guess. Shugart went 1 inning, no hits, 1 walk, 1 K. Kutch has stayed hot. Definitely a candidate to be hitter of the week again. He went 1 for 2 with a double. Canario 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. As you mentioned, Reynolds left the game early. So Canario took his place. Only 5 hits total. 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. 2 left on base. 6 Ks. Couldn't do much with that Casey Mize split. That's what he's known for. I think he's turning into he was the number 1 overall pick not too long ago. Turning into a pretty solid mid-rotation guy.
Yeah. Wednesday was postponed due to rain. We can't go to Detroit without rain. It seems like last year was a disaster too. I don't know, man. Thursday, we had a doubleheader, which is today. You'll be listening to this on a Friday. Game 1 was Andrew Heaney. Man, this was bad. 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned, 3 walks, 2 Ks, 46.
Again, trade him now.
Yeah, like my Lord, 46 strikes on 85 pitches, 6 whiffs, 100% zone contact rate on the 4-seam. He went to the 4-seam, I think it was over 40% of the time today, and it got hit 100% of the time in the zone. He was not missing barrels at all.
Yeah.
So not a good day. Weather conditions weren't ideal for game 1, but Sugar came in 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, or 1 K, 1 home run. And then Barucki finished the job with 1 inning, 1 K. Offense came early. Kutch had 2 hits off of Scooble and an RBI. Pham had a sac fly RBI as a team, 9 Ks, 4 walks, 6 hits, 0 for 7. Runners in scoring position, 8 left on base. As I mentioned earlier, could have blown this up in the first inning.
Yeah.
You were seeing the ball well. You were barreling balls in the zone, and then you had an uncompetitive at bat from Ke'Bryan Hayes, and then the entire game just went down from there. You just did not take advantage of an opportunity when you absolutely have to against that type of caliber pitcher. Just can't do it. Happens way too much this season, and especially from guys like Ke'Bryan Hayes when they get up there and they just they're lost.
Last home series, that guy on second and third, last inning, a chance to tie it up. Forget who was against, but I mean, golden opportunity for them to do something there in the last inning, and just didn't. It was against the Marlins, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the game they lost 3-2. So Yeah, frustrating. And then even Joey Bart, I don't think he's gotten a hit in his last like 20 at bats. And I get it, it's Tariq School, but like some of the swings he had on his pitches, like, oh my God. It was just like, what are we? Are we just waving at pitches up there? It was frustrating to watch, man. Frustrating to watch, but easier said than done because I don't have to face Scooble. 97 from the left side is pretty scary.
He's an absolute dog. It's crazy.
Crazy.
I think him and Skeens are 1A, 1B.
Yeah. Did you see the logic? Jason Mackey posted it about why they didn't start Skeens in game 1.
Because they wouldn't have scored runs.
No, they wanted to split the series. They wanted to split the doubleheader. So they wanted to give themselves a chance for a for sure win in game 2.
A for sure win.
Yeah, basically, go read the tweet. Pony posted it off of Matt. It said from Mackey. It was pretty crazy logic. It's like, okay, it sounded like they basically went in today thinking they would lose one game, which is wild. But don't get me wrong, I love like the offense Detroit shows, and it's not like a ton of sexy names either. Like Javier Baez's turnaround, 800 OPS this year is massive for them. Massive. I mean, the plays he was making at shortstop are just comical. I mean, just yeah. I mean, we don't have that. Gleyber Torres batting at the top of the order. I mean, I love bearded Gleyber. He's killing it. You have Parker Meadows, like a lot of good at bats from that team, man. I like the Tigers. If you can't tell, Dylan Dingler, great name.
We talked about this before, how they turned that. I mean, AJ Hinch, winning baseball. Guys like playing for him. They've built a winning culture from the complex up to the big leagues.
Yeah. Riley Green, go look at his numbers. 15 homers, like 850 something OPS. It's just big numbers this year, man. Kerry Carpenter, they've got a lot of options, and it's fun to watch. But let's get into game 2. It's not finished, obviously. It's 4-4. We're in a rain delay in the 9th. Skeens went 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned, 5 walks, 9 Ks, but generated 21 whiffs. ERA's at 185 on 105 pitches. He went deep. He had like 87 in a 4th. So we had Matson come in relief. I had some friends text me and like, why was Matson the first one out of the pen and not Ferguson? I think it's all hindsight to it. Like we can make this argument if anything bad happens. Did you see the pitch that Colt Keys hit that home run in? It was like 5 feet above the zone. Like not 5 feet, but you know what I'm saying? Like it was not many guys are hitting a home run on that pitch. It was a freak thing. He went 2/3, 2 hits, 2 earned, that home run that tied up the game. Unfortunately, Isaac Spin nails. And then Caleb came in 1 1/3, no hits, 1 K. Dennis Santana is in right now. Offensively, Kutch has another 2 hits. He has a homer, his 8th. Nicky G hit his 2nd homer of the year, and Triolo hit his 3rd. Some offense there. Nicky G has 2 hits. They are 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, though. 12 Ks in a bullpen game. Don't love to see that, man.
Again, scored all your runs in the 2nd and 3rd inning.
And they do that. We've mentioned that before. It's like they get a lead, and then they don't do anything offensively for the rest of the game.
Nope.
And you can't, like, 4-0, and you're 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, striking out 12 times, 7 left on base. Like, you're giving the team an opportunity to get back in the game.
Yeah.
The best team in the AL.
It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. I mean, obviously, when you're listening to this, you'll understand what happened at the end of this one. I don't know when they're going to start. It's 9:30 right now.
It didn't look like a big, like, I was looking at the radar. It didn't look like a big, that would take long. But, yeah, well, it's still there, actually. Yeah, I would assume they're going to finish it like in a half hour or so. But we'll see.
Does it sound like I'm confident?
No, it doesn't. It's red, though, like right over Detroit. So
cool.
Anyways, I'm not a meteorologist. This is a baseball pod, not science.
Absolutely. I agree, man. You're speaking the truth here. All right, let's take a break, and then we'll be back with a preview of the Texas Rangers. Scott, we are back. The Rangers are in Pittsburgh, the 36 and 38, 4th in the AL West. Rangers, a lot of talent coming to the Steel City. But before we get into that, and to some pretty big names that are throwing this weekend against the Buccos, we have a new ad read. That's right. You heard it. New ad alert, and it's none other than Tom's Tents. You ever heard of this company, Scott?
I've heard like from afar that it's the most reliable tents in Western PA, tent company, if you will.
When I'm looking for a tent, just anywhere in Western Pennsylvania, I call Tom's Tents. Okay? They have you covered. Outdoor event, don't let the weather take away from a good time. Call Tom's Tents. Tom's Tents has a wide variety of products to help your event memorable without breaking the bank. With their unbeatable customer service and top quality products, Tom's Tents has you covered. Make sure you go over to tomstenspgh.com for an estimate, quote, talk to the staff over there. It's very easy, affordable. Your event's going to look presidential. It's going to be magical, and you're going to stay dry. You know why? Because you're under a tent. Go to tomstenspgh.com. Scott, why don't you get us kicked off with Friday's game?
Yeah, man. Before I do, perfect time. Like, it's the summer. If you need a tent, go call Tom. It's graduation parties, weddings, all that. It's the perfect time of year for that. So call Tom's Tents. But let's get into Rangers this weekend. It's not going to get easier because Friday we face 37-year-old Jacob deGrom. He's going up against Mike Burrows. 37-year-old Jacob deGrom, and I posted on my personal Twitter earlier, still has it. Very much so. Go look at his Baseball Savant page. He's killing it this year. 6-2, 2.19 ERA, 82 and a third innings pitched, 14 games started, 80 Ks, 0.9 whip. Yeah, he's back. He throws a four-seam slider, change, and curve. The four-seam 47% of the time, averaging 97 miles an hour. The slider about 40% of the time at 89, 90. It used to sit more low 90s. The change and curve below 10% of the time, but he'll get the change up there to 90, and the curve, big velocity difference, he'll get that down to 78 to 80. Elite command, smooth, repeatable delivery, high-octane velocity with top-tier movement. He's a modern ace prototype when healthy. Fastball is one of the most dominant four-seamers in baseball. High spin rate, explosive ride through the zone, and elite command. Can touch one-on-one and maintains velocity deep into outings. His slider is a devastating wipeout pitch with late, sharp bite, often used as a put-away offering to both lefties and righties. One of the most effective sliders in the game, tunneling well off his fastball. This guy is just like the prototype for a perfect pitcher. He's tall, lanky, but he repeats his mechanics almost flawlessly every time. And that's why he gets so much ride off his fastball, and he's so effective in the zone. He's one of the best of our generation.
Saturday, right-handed pitcher Kumar Rocker versus Mitch Keller. This year, Rocker is 2-4 with a 7.31 ERA and 28 1/3 innings pitched. 7 games, 27 Ks with a 1.69 whip. The arsenal, you're getting a lot here. You got a sinker, slider, four-seam, cutter, curve, and changeup, elite slider, and a power fastball, but concerning history of arm injuries and inconsistent command, which has held him back throughout his young career. The fastball, it's heavy four-seamer with occasional arm side run, can reach upper 90s when healthy, shows flashes of dominance, but can lose velocity and command later in outings. The signature pitch is a slider, a hard biting slider with late tilt that tunnels well off his fastball. True swing and miss weapon, was a devastating out pitch in college and remains his go-to secondary.
Let's go into Thursday. It's his former rotation mate and current rotation mate, actually, from Vanderbilt, Jack Leiter. He's going up against Bailey Falter. Jack got a really hot start to the season here, and it's kind of slowed down as of late. But 4-4 with a 4.40 ERA, 61 1/3 innings pitched, 12 games started, 49 Ks, a 1.29 whip. We know the fastball is there 31% of the time. He averages 97.4 on the fastball. That sounds kind of ridiculous for his stature. The slider, 28% of the time at 87.7. He throws a sinker at 20% of the time, a change and a curve around 10% of the time. The change can get up to 91, while the curve is in the low 80s. The fastball slider combo is big league ready in flashes, but inconsistency in command and underdeveloped secondaries have stalled his progression. The fastball, We know it's there. The high spin four seamer with riding life up in the zone, effective pitch when commanded well, especially against left-handed hitters, can touch 98, but struggles with velocity maintenance and command late into outings. The slider, sharp sweeping break used primarily as his out pitch against righties, plus offering when located properly, though inconsistency limits his effectiveness. I'm noticing a pattern here with the last two guys, Kumar and Jack. If the rotation doesn't work out for them, they have very, very promising careers in high leverage roles in the bullpen.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully the Buccos can pull this one out tonight. Scott and I aren't staying up till midnight. I'll tell you that.
We'll be at the ballpark, though. Come see us. And a lot going on this weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend. I'm excited. As of right now, we have the morning show at Allegheny Coffee and Tea at 10 a.m. on Saturday. And then after the game, we're going to tell a friend to tell a friend, come out downtown to a post-game show / party outside Proper Brick Oven. It's a good time, man. Prime spot right over the bridge from PNC Park. We're going to do a post-game show, like 20, 30 minutes tops. Then just, stay around, have a drink, chat. Let's talk Bucs and have a good time.
You can come ask a question.
Yeah.
As well. So for either show, whether it's at Allegheny or at Proper Brick Oven, in order to ask a question, it's very simple. You go to the guy behind the camera, the other Adam of Bucco Banter, Mr. Debo. You tap him on the shoulder and you say, "Hey, mister, I have a question." He'll screen your question. You'll say your name, where you're from, and you'll ask myself and Mr. Scotty Moe your Pirates question, and you'll be on the Bucco Banter podcast. Easy peasy. Come ask your question, Allegheny. You get a free coffee.
Come on now. A Saturday morning, free coffee. You don't have to go anywhere else. And you're going to the best coffee place in the Strip.
Absolutely.
In the city.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then at Proper Brick Oven, you could go inside, you get some food, or you could stay outside, hang out, nice weather. It's supposed to be beautiful this weekend. Have an icy light, whatever your heart desires, and come hang out. So we'll see you at the park this weekend. Come say hi, and until next time, raise it.
Raise it.
Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates, or the steak by the plates. And